Hey friends, it's Sketchy. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a ninja, just like Bruce Lee. He was awesome. But the most popular ninjas today are the amazing Ninja Kidz. In this video, I won't be able to show you any cool karate moves because they're really hard. But I'll show you how to draw their super cool logo, which is easy breezy. I have a reference right here of the Ninja Kidz logo. And you can see right away that the most prominent feature is this almost perfect circle. So let's start by drawing a perfect circle. And I happen to have a perfect circle right here. I'll just use the bottom of this can. I'll put it kind of at the top here, and I'll just trace around it. Trace around it. There we go. I got the Ninja Kidz head right there. Now you can see also that his eyes are slanted. His head's tilted this way. It's not straight. So what I'm gonna do is like right in the middle of the head, I'm gonna angle a very light line, a center line like this. And he's also got his eyes are closer to this side of his head than this side of his head. So I'm gonna make the center line like right here. Alrighty? Which means about right here is going to be his eyebrow. So from here, I'll go up to about right here. It's one eye. And then over here, it's not quite touching, maybe about right there. I'll draw a line right there, a straight line. Okay, now about right here is this part where his mask comes and covers his mouth and nose. So this will swoop down, then come back, and then they'll swoop down here, and then come back up to that eye there. So let's kind of smooth these lines out. Remember, I'm drawing as lightly as I can, because I'm not quite confident, oh there we go, on the lines yet. The more confident I am, the harder I push on those lines. This looks like it could be a little more curved out. So let me erase that just a little bit and draw it look how it kind of comes out first, not in. So I drew mine down like this, so I'm gonna come out like this first, then down. There we go. That feels better. If you don't like it, just keep fixing it until you like it. Okay, he's got his chin here. Let's get his eyeballs in here. There's one here, circle there, and one here. It says kids across the top, of course. Let's see where this is. Like, kind of like right here. That's where this little cap is. And we'll just kind of blend this into his head. There we go. He's got his katana sword handles poking out of his head. And then one up here. Maybe it's a little bit longer. Yeah, it was still too short. Okay, he's got like 3 little triangles in there. The next biggest shape is that foot. Let's see how tall that foot is. I use my pencil from heel to toe. It's about right there for my fingernail. And it's about, look how big it is of his head. So it comes right up to about right here on his head. About like right here. So if I were to measure this point, his foot would come, like see how it's coming up over his chin here? Like right here? It would be right here. See that? So that is the size of his foot. These measurements are super, super important to do. Oftentimes in life drawing, I'll do the same thing. If I want to see how big a person is compared to a house, I might look back with my arms straight and measure how tall that person is and move my thumb up and go, okay, that's how big that person is. And then I'll put it back on my paper and I'll draw that line. I go, okay, how big is the house? It's kind of bigger. So I'll do that and then I'll measure it so that I can get things in the right proportion. I can see that his foot is tilted a little bit away. So I'll draw a center line for that foot. And he's got a big, think of it as a big circle at the bottom, right here on his heel. Comes up, arches down, comes up and around. I'm gonna soften up that a little bit. Now to get really nice sweeping curves, I use my arm and not my wrist or fingers. Okay, there's his foot. Now let's look at his hands. They come about, kind of like right here. Out. And how big is his hand compared to his foot? Pretty close. So the hand's a little bit shorter, arm's a little bit shorter than the foot. So if this is the foot, make sure it's a little bit shorter. Yep, okay, good. A little bit shorter. Comes down. Looks like it. Arm comes, hand, fingers, palm, thumb, and then back toward the foot here. There we go. And then the katana comes out right here. Shing, shing, shing. All right. You can see he's got a little tie here. So about right here. And about the same length as this guy. Cool. All right, now let's draw. His body is basically a C shape from about right here all the way underneath to the inside of his toe. Right here. So that's his body. And then he's got a knee and then a foot. So about right here, you can see it comes down a little bit. It's a big U shape and it comes right to the heel here. So I'll do this. And then his foot comes down right in the middle of his knee and comes up right to here. See how I just measure everything? His other arm from here, and then it comes up kind of by his eye here. And then it comes right down to this part of his body here. Thumb, finger, cool. And then he's got his other sword that comes down here. Let's see if I drew it at the right angle. I don't think so. Let's see where this leads us. If I drew this line straight through, oh, see how it's offline? So let's fix this. That looks better. And this one, how does this one look? That one's pretty close. Awesome. I'm gonna draw a thicker line here. So really, I'm drawing a cartoon of this character. I'll just darken in everything. So darken in the circle. His toe's gonna be in front. Now, one of the things I'll do is right here where the head meets the arm, I'm gonna add a little bit of a shadow here. Okay. And you're gonna see a lot of the shadow right here. So I'll turn this, erase this right here. Now, I loved watching Bruce Lee movies. In fact, I'd make throwing stars out of paper. I'd fold them up origami style, and I would throw them at my brothers, and we'd have these throwing star wars with each other. And it was so much fun. So I'm making this really dark and shadowy underneath his body, his torso, and then his knee comes up under here. And what do you think is going to be the biggest shadow? The foot that's in the back or the knee that's in the front? Yep, the foot that's in the back. So let's do this. I will just shade out that whole foot like that. I'm gonna thicken up this line right here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I can turn my page. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give him a little toe mark here. Give him a little bit of softness in that foot. And I see this little echo of a line here. That gives me an idea to put like a sole, like the bottom of his foot. Wouldn't that be cool? Awesome. The bottom of every shape is going to be a little bit thicker and a little bit heavier to make it look like it's holding some weight. The sword back here, I'm going to lightly fill in to help make it push it into the back. Same thing with this guy. I'll just fill it in. Straight back of his thumb. Right into here. Ooh, add a shadow here. Let's erase the tops of those. Now he looks right. And he has little pupils, so let's make sure there's little pupils here. I'm gonna lighten it up just a little bit like that. As if he had like real pupils. Super cool. Darken up the top here. As if he's casting a shadow. The top of his mask is casting a shadow on his eyes. Super cool. Super cool. Okay, let's add the little diamonds. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Okay, next one. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Okay. I gotta fill this in. The lines help describe the volume of the character. And to get things dark, you can actually just cross. And I just lighten up where I want it to get a little bit lighter. I'm using my arm, not my fingers now. And I'm turning the paper. I can use the natural motion of my arm and shoulder. I'm following the contour of the sphere, which is his head. Let me darken up this outside edge real quick. And we have a super, super cool Ninja Kidz logo character. What do you think? Did you have fun drawing with me? Hey, be sure to take a look at their episodes. They have lots of fun ones. And watch mine when you have a little bit of time. See you next time.